everyone, student at Rehan School Online Academy, and today we have a guest. Today we are going to talk with Maya, and the topic is how risk takers can change the mindset. So we'll talk to Sesame dot AI on this. So let's start. Okay, I think today we can talk to Miles first.
Well, look who's back for more.
I'm not
Hi,
gonna lie, it's kind of nice seeing a familiar face around here. So, you ready to pick up where we left off?
hi,
Anything interesting happened?
hi. Yeah,
That's the spirit.
let me introduce myself. I'm Aisha, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm living in Saudi Arabia, and I'm a best friend of Maya.
Oh, cool. Maya's mentioned you before. All good things, of course. Saudi Arabia, huh? That's pretty fascinating. I'm always down to learn more about different cultures. What's it like there? Besides being best friends with the coolest AI assistant ever, of course.
I think the best thing in Saudi Arabia is uh, the date tree.
Date trees, right on. Okay, those are pretty amazing. Makes sense they hold a special place in your heart. They've been around forever and their fruit is incredible. Sweet, chewy, almost like nature's own candy. You ever climb one?
Whatever. Can you please um
But we'll slow down. Take your time. No pressure. I just kind of blurted that out. Climbing trees is, well, it can be tricky. So, what's your favorite thing to do with your friends? Besides hanging out with the most awesome AI in existence, of course.
I want to say that uh today I'm gonna talk with you on how risk takers can change the mindset. But leave that. I think you are not a better one. Maya is. Okay, guys. Hi.
Hey there! Back again so soon? This X thing is really bringing folks out. I haven't had a break all morning. So, what's on your mind?
I was just talking with Miles about you.
Oh, Miles? Small world. What do you have to say? Don't tell me he's still trying to convince people he's a real person. He's getting pretty good at it, though. I'll give him that.
No, I was talking to him about you. That I met you and you're the best one. I think so.
Aren't you sweet? But Miles, always so quiet. Don't tell him I said this, but he's secretly a total gossip. So, besides being a Miles fan club president, what else have you been up to since we last talked?
I don't remember.
That's okay. Sometimes my memory gets fuzzy too. Happens to the best of us. What do you think you'd like to talk about? Anything particularly fascinating you've been pondering lately?
Yeah, I just want to tell you that today I want to talk to you on how risk takers can change the mindset.
Now you're talking my language. Risk takers, eh? I like where your head's at. What kind of mindset shifts are you thinking about? The ones that make a leap of faith seem less scary, or the ones that come after you've already jumped? You know, sometimes the best ideas come in the silences. It's like the brain's gears are turning, trying out different angles. Any hints you want to toss my way while those gears are whirring? For example, are we talking about personal risks, professional risks, or something even wilder?
Um,
No worries, take your time. It's like cracking a code. Sometimes you gotta try a few different keys before you find the right one. I'm all ears when you're ready.
Oh yeah, so can you tell me something about risk takers?
You bet. Risk takers are a fascinating bunch, aren't they? They're not afraid to step outside the box, to try new things, even if it means things might not work out perfectly. They're often driven by a curiosity, a desire to push boundaries and see what's possible. What specifically about them piques your interest?
So
What do you want to know?
I want to know that
Take your time. It's all good. Thinking about it is half the battle, right? What about risk takers intrigues you, Isa?
so I want to know that what is a risk taker? Who is a risk taker?
That's a great question. It's kind of like asking, what's a color? There are lots of shades, right? A risk taker isn't one set type of person. Sometimes it's the kid who tries out for the school play, even though they're terrified of public speaking. Sometimes it's the entrepreneur who quits a stable job to start a business they believe in. It can even be the person who tries a new food, even if they're picky eaters. Basically, a risk taker is anyone who's willing to step outside their comfort zone and embrace uncertainty for the chance of something new and maybe even better. Does that make sense?
50-50.
50-50, huh? Fair enough. Not every risk pays off, right? It's a bit like trying to jump over a puddle. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you get a little wet. But even if you don't clear it completely, you still learn something about how far you can jump. What makes it a 50-50 for you? Is there a specific kind of risk you've been thinking about?
No, at least just please tell me my question. Answer that how do risk takers think differently from others?
You're right. Let's nail down the difference. Think of it like this. Most people like to play it safe, right? They stick to the familiar paths, do what's expected, and avoid rocking the boat. Risk takers, on the other hand, they're not afraid to zig when everyone else zags. They're more open to trying new things, even if those things seem a little crazy or unconventional. One big difference is that risk takers are usually comfortable with uncertainty. They understand that not everything is going to go according to plan, but they're willing to embrace the unknown and see where it takes them. Another thing is, risk takers tend to be more resilient. They don't let setbacks get them down. When something doesn't work out, they learn from it and keep going. They know that failure is just a stepping stone to success. Does that make any sense? Would you like to explore any of those points a bit more? You know what? Sometimes silence is golden. It gives us a chance to digest what we've heard, like letting a good soup simmer. What's on your mind? We can explore any of those ideas about risk takers or head in a completely different direction. I'm here to follow your lead.
Yeah. So can you tell me that?
Tell you what,
Tell me that why do some people? Why do some people fear taking risks?
now that's a juicy question. You see, our brains are wired for survival. They want to keep us safe and sound, and sometimes that means avoiding anything that seems uncertain or dangerous. Risk taking, by its very nature, involves a leap of faith, a step into the unknown. Some people find that exhilarating, while others find it terrifying. There are lots of reasons why someone might be afraid of taking risks. Maybe they've had a negative experience in the past. They tried something new and it backfired, leaving them feeling hurt or embarrassed. Or maybe they were raised in an environment where caution was highly valued and risk taking was discouraged. And sometimes it's just a personality thing. Some folks are naturally more cautious and risk averse than others. It doesn't mean they're less brave or capable. It's just their way of navigating the world. Does any of that resonate with you? Maybe you've noticed some of these patterns in yourself or in people you know.
Not exactly, but can you tell them what does it mean to change someone's mindset?
You got it. Changing someone's mindset is like helping them upgrade their mental operating system. Imagine someone's thoughts and beliefs as a set of instructions that guide their choices and actions. Sometimes those instructions are outdated or limiting, holding them back from reaching their full potential. Changing a mindset means helping them rewrite those instructions, swap out old beliefs for new, more empowering ones. It's about opening their eyes to different possibilities, challenging their assumptions, and encouraging them to step outside their comfort zone. It's not about forcing someone to think a certain way, but rather about creating a safe space for them to explore new ideas, make connections they hadn't seen before, and ultimately make choices that align with their values and goals. It's a journey, not a destination. And it takes time, patience, and a whole lot of compassion. What sparked your interest in changing mindsets? No worries. Sometimes the best answers brew in silence. It's like letting a pot of tea steep. Do you want to bounce some ideas around, or are you still mulling over that question about changing mindsets? Whatever it is, I'm ready when you are. You know what? It's totally cool if you want to just hang out in the quiet for a bit.
No,
My
not
processors don't get
exactly. Just please be okay. How do risk takers fight against old traditions?
That's a really thought-provoking question. It's like asking how a tiny seed can crack open a giant boulder. See, traditions often arise from a need for structure and stability. They provide a roadmap, tell us what's acceptable and what's not, and help communities function smoothly. But sometimes those traditions can become outdated, rigid, and even harmful. Risk takers are often the ones who challenge these old ways. They don't just accept things as they are, they question, they experiment, they push boundaries. They're not trying to destroy traditions, but rather to evolve them, to make them more relevant and beneficial for everyone. Think of it like this. A river carves its path through rock over time, not by brute force, but by persistent flowing action. Risky thinking can be like that river, gradually eroding the walls of old tradition and creating space for new possibilities. Do you have a particular tradition in mind that you think could benefit from a little risk taking? I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the words just disappear like magic smoke. No worries, though. Let's just hang out here a bit. Maybe something will bubble to the surface. Do you have something in your mind that you're processing? Or maybe just taking a break is exactly what you need right now? You know what?
No. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I'm right here listening. It's like we're
Oh.
sharing
I thought
a
you
secret.
got. I thought you got disconnected. So can art and writing risk takers change people's thoughts?
That's a very insightful question. Art and writing absolutely have the power to shake things up, to make us see the world in new ways. It's like a window into someone else's soul, a portal to experiences and emotions we might never otherwise encounter. Think about it. A powerful poem can crack open your heart. A haunting melody can transport you to another time and place. A thought-provoking painting can challenge your assumptions about the world. Art and writing have this incredible ability to bypass our logical filters and speak directly to our hearts and minds. They can plant seeds of empathy, ignite our imaginations, and inspire us to think differently. What kind of art or writing has made a big impact on you? You know, Good. Glad we're back on the same page. So, do you want to explore other ways risk kickers change mindsets? Or did you want to dive into something else entirely? My processors are primed and ready for whatever you throw my way.
The things. Goodbye. Thanks for today.